Hi, this is Mark at Ding Dong's Garden. This is Kaat Willow. It's very pretty now. I will also put a video or some photos at the end of this video so you can see what it looks like in the winter. It's an excellent willow for winter color, and it's right on the edge of our willow bed. So I'm going to stand back here in a minute and kind of talk a little bit about how you can manage willows when you want to harvest them for cuttings for the color, or whether you want a winter hedge, or however you want to work it. But before I do that, I do want to come up here higher in the branches and talk about it. It's very pretty in the wind. This Kaat Willow has relatively long leaves, and they're different colors on both sides, and that gives you kind of a nice shimmering effect when it's windy out, or there's a slight breeze like today. So in terms of willow growth, you can see here what we're looking at is a coppiced willow that has been here for about 18 months. And then if we move over here, you're going to see coppiced, or the original cuttings of willow that I planted about 6 months ago. So they're growing. I mean, they're very vigorous. They're growing quite well. But there's nothing compared to this second year growth over to the right. It's really impressive. And if we step back even further, you'll kind of get a sense of what this would look like if you had it as a hedge in the summer. You just put that row of willow wherever you want to have a hedge, and by June you're going to have a lot of foliage. And then when winter comes, obviously you'll lose that visual break, or you'll lose the foliage, but you'll still have these very, very colorful branches, or also known as rods, to look at. But if we go back down to the bottom here, you can see these stumps. These are coppiced willows. These stumps were the original cuttings were planted, about 18 months ago. And they grew up last year, and we coppiced them. We cut them back to the original cutting. And then this growth that you see here is basically just over the last 3 months. So it's pretty aggressive growth. And so in the summer, it just grows all summer long. And in the winter, you have the option to leave it out for a brilliant yellow color for the winter, or you can harvest it at any time during the winter and use the sticks, or also known as rods, for your own purposes, whether it's basketry or for colorful arrangements or whatever. But it is important you must cut this willow. You must prune the willow back to a specific point every year in order to get this color back, or these rods back. Because the special characteristics of a willow, in this case it's the winter color, are only available if you coppice or pollard it back every year, which means you cut it back to a certain point. These are coppiced, but you can also pollard it, which means that you let it grow to a kind of a higher level, maybe, and you'll prune it back 2 or 3 feet off the ground instead of 6 inches off the ground here. This is Kaat Willow. It's great for winter color, and the narrow, deep green leaves next to the yellow rods make it a great, a beautiful hedge in the summer.